And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 more. Yep.
Throwing on first down. Morgan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready?
Line 6. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw is Morgan. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Haskins. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone. Touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6.
Go.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get
Morgan to throw on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long.
Score! Score! Now!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So give it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 43. Check, crunch. Check that.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh!
Hey, check Mike, check.
Go! Go!
Here's Morgan looking to throw on second down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Morgan on third down. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. 30. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. To throw on second down. Morgan. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Jordan Phillips gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Third and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Morgan now, operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jake Ryan providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Sanders' kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Haskins.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. The punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
To throw is Morgan. To throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Morgan looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Go.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 20.
Leo, fight.
Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins looking downfield for Godwin. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, folks.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
36.
There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Packers take over. Let's go, boy. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Go. 15, line it. 15 line.
Here's Morgan, operating from the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Look at me. Zipper. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo. Shoot.
Now Morgan on 3rd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Go, go. Slam, slam, slam.
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch the screen. Deuce.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6, pull it high.
Check back 11.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Patterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
64.
Patterson on the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Patterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 4. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. The big fella. Touchdown, Packers. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taylor Gabriel, 81 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah. Hey, Haywood.
Morgan now to throw on second down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, look at the Jew. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's just me and you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
7 yards there and a first down. They run with Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Hey, I'm coming.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Wahoo! Go! Roy! Hey, Echo! Go!
Check the call.
Get it!
To throw is Morgan. Throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. This is Elliott, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Let's get it.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Morgan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit. Now.
Morgan throwing on fourth down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach,
touchdown, Vikings! Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Request to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Yep.
You got three down.
Hey, dude. Hit it.
Here's Morgan throwing on first down. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Looking to throw. Morgan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Second and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Haskins going to try to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. Who we got? Check safety.
Here we go with Haskins. They'll let this go for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing now is Haskins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Ezekiel Elliott. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Running with Elliott. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Vikings, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this is Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this,